On the 1st of February, the Grammy Awards were held, a ceremony originally meant to honor outstanding musicians, but in recent years transformed into a stage for artists to declare their political stances. Many attendees wore ICE outpins to protest the actions of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency in Minnesota. Among the outspoken performers, the most prominent was Billie Eilish, who added another chapter to today's culture of public declaration, or virtue signaling. Billie Eilish won Song of the Year for White Flower and delivered a speech lasting about 1 minute, including pauses for applause. She thanked her production team, then said she didn't have much to say, before dropping her first memorable line, "No one is illegal on stolen land." By this, she referred to the idea that the ancestors of Americans, representing Western civilization, colonized and seized land in the Americas. Therefore, labeling modern immigrants illegal has no basis. The audience erupted in applause, and cameras captured several visibly moved celebrities. Eilish then urged the public to keep protesting in the streets against unjust government policies, closing with a second soundbite, FICE. The hall again filled with thunderous applause. What should have been an elegant celebration of artistic excellence, filled with glamour and refinement, turned instead into a scene where a pop icon swore on stage and was cheered by her peers, a spectacle emblematic of 21st century Western civilization. Eilish lives in a $3 million mansion in Los Angeles. 2 days later, a spokesperson for the Tongva, the indigenous people of the region, said they appreciated her comments and wished to clarify that Los Angeles had once been their ancestral land. They noted that Billie Eilish had never contacted the community about her residence and expressed hope that public figures would help Americans understand history accurately. A GB News reporter, Ben Leo, visited her property for comment but found it tightly secured. Tall, solid fencing well above human height, and surveillance cameras mounted at the gate. Calling through the intercom produced no response. To demand that Billie Eilish open her home to shelter the poor would of course be unrealistic. Accusing her of hypocrisy for not doing so is merely a rhetoric ploy, might not be a path towards truth. Nevertheless, criticism of her stance has valid grounds, specifically examining what she has done to those she claimed as not illegal. Media estimates place Eilish's net worth $50 to $70 million as of early this year. Her Happier Than Ever tour reportedly grossed more than $130 million in total. Discussing her wealth is not envy. Her success may be deserved. Yet the simplest and most tangible question remains: has she donated money or established an organization to provide safe shelter for those she calls rightful residents of stolen land, those most people with common sense would describe as illegal immigrants? British author J.K. Rowling has long been an advocate for women's rights. After the Taliban regained control of Afghanistan, recognizing the oppression Afghan women would face, she donated hundreds of thousands of pounds to support rescue efforts. Together with other British philanthropists, she helped raise funds to assist more than 500 Afghan women in leaving the country, securing housing and providing for their basic needs. Around 100 of them lawyers, many of whom had been placed on the Taliban's target list. Another example is former Prince Harry, who, seeing British soldiers fighting on the front lines in Afghanistan, felt uneasy enjoying the comforts of royal life. In 2006, he enlisted and went on to serve nearly 10 years in the military, 6 of them in Afghanistan, where he even undertook frontline combat. By the time of his retirement in 2015, he had achieved the rank of captain and earned qualification as an Apache aircraft commander. Rowling's views are not universally admired, and Harry's judgment in selecting spouse and handling familial relationships may be questionable, but both proved consistent between word and deed. They acted on what they believed. Their efforts reached the public through media reports, not through social media preening. They didn't do dramatic hair flips, no brooding 45-degree glances accompanied by edgy slogans. In January, Ukrainian President Zelensky spoke at the World Economic Forum in Davos, accusing many European leaders of talking too much and doing too little. He urged immediate action to curb ambitious aggressors and preserve global security. Yet today, empty declarations have become a trend, led by international celebrities for whom taking a stand has become a fashionable aesthetic, posing as principles. At the 2022 Academy Awards, comedian Chris Rock made an inappropriate joke about Jada Pinkett Smith. Her husband Will Smith responded by walking on stage and slapping him, then shouted from his seat. At that moment, Smith appeared to display chivalrous passion, perhaps even a kind of swaggering pride. Later, he apologized to both Chris Rock and the Academy, resigned his membership from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, and was banned by it from attending any events for 10 years. One could say Will Smith's statement went too far and brought about its own consequences. Or perhaps that he didn't just make a statement, but truly acted on it, at least by striking a blow. It seems modern entertainers have taken the opposite lesson, concerned themselves only with looking cool, never lifting a finger. Thus, statement has replaced substance. With such posturing, how far can their artistic accomplishments really go? If you have any idea or like this video, please comment, like, subscribe and share. I'll be grateful if you support me on Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon, making us go even further. See you on the next video.